What is up, guys? It's your boy Steady Chaos. So in today's product review, I want to talk about keeping your electronics clean. So what do I mean by that? So if you are a techophile like me, if you're a PC nerd like me, if you're a console gaming nerd like me, you like to make sure that your console is clean and free of dust. You like to make sure your PC and your GPU is clean and free of dust, your motherboard. If you don't clean out that dust, especially in your PC, then it'll lead to more heat, case flow, and airflow resistance. So your computer will run at hotter temperatures, your GPU will end up throttling down more, your CPU might throttle down more. So it's really important to make sure you regularly, or at least periodically, dust off your CPU and your console and other devices that can generate heat when they operate. So what do we typically do when we talk about dusting our PC? Well, we get these annoying things. Canned air. So you have to buy like a pack of 3 or 4, sometimes 10 of them, because if you go into one intense dust session in your gaming area, your console, your PC, you could use an entire can. So you gotta take this stupid red thing that has to connect the needle, which often, you start spraying it falls out and you lose it, but you gotta jam it in the can. Now you're shaking the can. So at first it's working fine, but then when you use it for say 15-20 seconds straight, it starts losing power. So then you gotta let it sit for a few minutes to regain some of that power. And then you go back to using it again and the can starts getting too cold and you can't hold on to it. And of course, there's the fact that some of these compressed air cans, not only are they expensive and you're having to throw them away and you're contributing to more trash, these often have chemicals, fluorocarbons in them, and they can be toxic to the environment. So really, when you think about it, this is a finite resource that is a kind of a pain in the ass to use. So there's gotta be some sort of solution, right? No more buying these stupid cans. Enter, I have a little cheat sheet here, the Xpower A-2 duster. Yes, I just bought this thing probably a week and a half ago. This is what it looks like without any attachments. So this thing has 2 speeds, a low and a high, and it's basically built for one thing, and that's dusting various devices, and particularly dusting electronics like your PC. So let's go over some of the specs about this duster. Like I said, I have a cheat sheet here. So it is $49 on Amazon, which is on sale. I think regularly it's around $69.99. Don't quote me on that, but it is on sale for $49.99. It has a 3/4 horsepower motor and puts out 500 watts of power. It's 2.3 pounds, so it's pretty light. It definitely feels like it's made in a very sturdy fashion too. It doesn't feel cheap. It is plastic, but it feels like you could drop it on the floor and not worry about it cracking or shattering, as long as you're not too high, If I were to drop it on the floor from this distance, 3-4 feet up, I wouldn't worry about it breaking. 90 cubic feet per minute on the high setting. So like I said, it has low and high. Has a 10-foot power cord, so no batteries. You plug it right into the wall, 10-foot power cord. 1-year warranty in the United States. It has a filter down here where it draws up the air and then shoots it out this nozzle. You can see this filter right here. So if you want, say you've been using this thing for several months and the filter's starting to get clogged up, you can remove these screws and then this device will split. You can open it up and then you can take the filter out and wash it. So that's good. Keeps the airflow in your XA2 running nice and strong. And it also comes with, this is the attachment I use most frequently. Literally just pop it right on, good to go. But it comes with a bag and it has a bunch of other attachments. Let's see what we got here. So oftentimes it's as easy as just putting on a new attachment like that and you're done. If you want this smaller blower on there, if you want this particular device on there, which just has like an elongated gap, you can just plug it right on there. And it also has more connecting pieces here. If you want to use this small piece, you can plug this on because it has a really small opening, so you get more concentrated air. You get a faster stream. That'd be really good for dusting a GPU and a fan. These other attachments, which are a little bit wider. You can use an attachment like this as sort of an adapter, and then you could put this thing on, like so. So you can really get good extension inside of your desktop PC if that's what you want to do. And now let's take a look with the standard adapter, what type of power we're looking at. So like I said, 90 cubic feet on high or so. That's what it's rated for anyway. So I'll put it on low first. Oh, shit. All right, here we go on high. Ready? It's moving the chandelier above the table right now. And this is just one of these standard length adapters. If you were to use something like this, it allows for more concentrated air. Okay. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, there goes the pieces. There it goes. And I think you have to keep in mind when you're using this elongated piece with the adapters, it has two little holes here to let air escape out the side, so that I don't know if that's so it doesn't become too concentrated and too powerful. But if you're really crazy, you get some electrical tape, you put it over the sides, and then you increase your airflow that much more. This thing becomes that much more powerful. The chandelier is still rocking above me. In my experience using this for the last week and a half, I can't recommend it any more highly. I mean, no more cans, no more trash, no more constant purchases on Amazon, no more cold cans, no more shaking cans, no more toxins, no more red little needles flying everywhere, losing them. This thing has run great for me so far. So I would say the biggest con for me is that this thing is loud as a mofo. Like, I mean, if I put this back on high, you really can't even hear me. You can't even hear me right now. On low, it's not too bad. On high, ridiculous. This thing is ridiculously loud. But so what I thought I would do to give you guys a better idea of how this device operates is I have my wife's desktop computer outside. I did install my old GPU inside of that desktop probably 4 or 5 months ago. So it's not going to be too dusty because at the time I cleaned it out. But like I said, it's been 4 or 5 months, so there might be a little bit of dust in there. We might be able to see this thing in action to see what it really can do. So let's go do that outside, shall we? Let's do it. All right, so here's my wife's PC. This thing is nothing special, but it's not, like I said, it's not the dirtiest PC because I cleaned it when I replaced the GPU a few months back, but it's got some dust. Cobweb right there. Let's grab the duster. All right, we'll start out on, and I just have the standard attachment. We'll start out on low, then we'll go to high. You can see the absolute power of this thing, how quickly that CPU fan was just whipping and zinging. I mean, everything's pretty clean. There's not a whole lot of dust left anywhere. And that was on low. Let's try it on high really quick, see if we can't get anything else out. Alright, that's gonna do it. So this thing is like new right now. So yeah, that's gonna conclude this review for the Xpower A-2 air duster. I would highly, highly recommend it, especially if you are a PC connoisseur and you're really, really staying on your PC, your GPU, your CPU fans, your case fans to keep them nice and clean and dust-free. If that's you, because that's definitely me, then I cannot recommend a product like this highly enough. It is absolutely worth never having to deal with compressed air again. All right, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please leave a comment, and please subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys later. Peace.